Hi, my name is Ralph and you're watching 2hp.com. Today we'll test the updated Forester. And to make it more interesting, we will compare it to the most legendary generation of this model. Watch it and enjoy. So, what do we have changed in Subaru Forester after facelifting? Firstly, now you'll get LED headlights, optionally of course. A grille and a front bumper are also changed. A new design of wheel discs is added and some changes in tail lights lens pattern are done. What's for these changes were done? For refreshing the exterior and for engineers to have a possibility to correct the mistakes, to fix all the stuff which was not working good in the previous version. But there is no need to criticize the Japanese SUVs, as their main advantages are functionality and reliability. Nevertheless, side-wise this car doesn't look significant, and it's even hard to guess which brand is that. Of course, in such a grade we have the powered boot, which means that you can use a remote controller, and if you fold rear seats, then you'll get 1,531-liter volume. Probably some of you won't appreciate the interior design, the general view, its style and idea. Some of you will prefer Volkswagen Tiguan interior design with a big computerized dashboard. In this regard, Subaru Forester is an all-believer, but it has a great multimedia system, an advanced trip computer, a colorful one, and it even owns a trip computer on the dashboard. Besides, a system Siri Eyes appeared for connecting iOS with the voice control. I'm not fond of black glossy surface, but here it's in the right place and makes interior look richer. Also, pay attention on the seats, especially on their leather cover. In previous generation it was thick and tough. I called it as a pig ear. Moreover, it seemed like asking to be shaved not less than 3 times per month. Now things are different. Look at this white stitch. It's straight and tiny. Except all that beauty is finally a steering wheel and rear seats are heated. Definitely this option is very useful. Yes, it's summer now, but a winter will come soon. Be sure, I know a great deal of car enthusiasts who will describe the new Subaru Forester interior as archaic, as there is no computerized dashboard. On the one hand, I agree with them. On the other hand, let's remember that we love Japanese cars because of their reliability. Firstly, let it be broken in Volkswagen, then they will fix it, and only after you will find it inside Forester, which will be already tested and enhanced, just a little time is needed. Also, one more trip computer is located on the cowl, which will inform you of a fuel consumption and instantaneous fuel economy, also the way AWC acts. And there is no doubt that inside a Japanese car you will always find a digital clock. Forester is not a small SUV anymore, already for a long time. That's why it's more than enough of a flail space on the back seats. But the thing I don't like is that back rests are fixed too vertical. I like Subaru interior in general. Everything is smooth on the touch, but I'm confused of these plastics a little bit. I would change it for wood or other more precious materials. Good quality interior trim, a lot of additional functions, pretty and comfy, a very handy steering wheel, buttons and pedal shifter, roomy cabin in the front and on the back seats. Here are all the options that I need. A steering wheel heater, seats memory, so I'm fine with the ergonomics. The seats lateral support, well, yeah, also good. Its exterior. Now a car looks bigger compared to its old generation. I like its front view despite the rear view. That's without any emotions. So to my mind, this car is emotionless. Well, it's my own car and of course I like it. Yeah, there are some disadvantages, but they are hidden under all the Bajan emotions and life together with this vehicle.
Во-первых, это родная машина, я ее люблю. Недостатки, конечно, есть, но они скрадываются всеми пережитыми эмоциями и жизнью с этой машиной.
Among the additional options, here we have a signalization, tinted glass, parktronic, but no rear-view camera. Neither steering wheel control buttons, as they have appeared few years later. The interior is compact comparing to the new one. It's comfortable for me, but might be not for a tall guy. As for instance, I incidentally activate headlight washer that's not always in time. Buttons are old-fashioned, but I'm used to them and I'm fully satisfied. This old Forester generation is a far cry from the new one, which is much more prestige, attractive and comfortable within the steering wheel. It's smaller and more handy. Among other car brands of that time, exactly Forester owned the best interior, nice on the touch. Directly from the showroom I did a full sound installation, as it was a very bad level and people call this Forester as bass drum. You could hear each sound around, all the stones and potholes, everything. This plastics was the best from the whole Subaru vehicle line. Yeah, internal light is different and cannot be compared to the modern one, but at that time this was enough. The seats cover is in a good condition, the leather is quite thick, so no holes are detected. Basically, I'm fully satisfied with this car, its condition and the way it drives. At that time, my favorite feature was Subaru shtick. This frameless glass. Just open a door and feel yourself inside a sport coupe. If I would like to change old Forester for a new one, seems like no, and the main reason is the price. I'm a fan of Subaru vehicles, but recently I'm confused of their price policy, as I think that this class vehicle might be less expensive. Even with such grade, I wish I could buy it for $10,000 cheaper. In that case, I would be more than happy. Old Forester has easily passed the first test. Full-time all-wheel drive is good in action. The second test brought some challenges. Subaru was always famous for its symmetrical AWD, but unfortunately it works only in the latest generation, as in this old version it's not. As it happens, Subaru SUVs don't appreciate when two wheels from the one side lose the road grip at the same time. The only way is to try to go by swinging. Now let's put the platforms diagonally. Dropping the hammer is not enough. In reality, we put 3 platforms for conscience sake. The old Subaru is not able to pass such a trial. What will demonstrate a new generation of Subaru SUVs? Will it defend the honor of its legendary AWD? Here comes the Eureka moment. The vehicle solves a challenge even without the road grip of a front axle and is passing the platform's trial in parallel and diagonal way the same confident. In substance, it's left to do something incredible, get out of the trial while 3 wheels have lost their road grip. Let me remind you that previously in our tests, Toyota RAV4 and Hyundai Tucson failed this trial. On the one hand, failing this test is not such a big shame. On the other hand, all the Forester promotion story is based on its off-road abilities. Which new Subaru Forester successfully proves. Fortunately for its fans, in front of you is really a good SUV, ready for challenges. Before, in our test, only BMW X3 could pass the platform's test, thanks to its AWD-branded X-Drive. The updated Forester is equipped with 2.5-liter atmospheric engine, 171 horsepower, torsion torque, 235 Nm. Due to passport data, this SUV accelerates to 60 miles an hour in 9.8 seconds. In reality, it needs 0.8 seconds more, and it means that in our test, Forester could dash to 60 miles an hour in 10.6 seconds. This result is quite close to passport data. Subaru Forester 2-liter turbo of 2004, 177 horsepower, 245 newtons of torque, accelerates from 0 to 60 miles an hour in 9.2 seconds on paper. It was a surprise for us, but after 12 years, Forester demonstrates the result of 9.8 seconds. That's just 0.6 seconds more than in passport data. That's Japanese reliability and durability. The reverse of the coin is a fuel consumption of a new Forester. 9-10 liters, while old generation will ask you 12-14 liters. An engine is not the only reason. The old Forester is equipped with an engine automatic 4-speed transmission. While new Forester is empowered by modernized Lineatronic continuously variable transmission. For sure, we had hope that in quarter-mile competition, the new Forester with more powerful and elastic engine will win from its relative rival. And our hope was almost realized. After 120 km per hour, a new Forester was too close to its aged partner, who breasted the tape nevertheless and was one car body ahead with words, "An all ox makes a straight furrow." As always, we'll register the braking path at a speed of 60 km per hour. The best result of new Forester is 11 meters 10 centimeters. The average value of 3 trials is 11 meters 33 centimeters. The best result of Old Forester is 11 meters 40 centimeters. We must say that the result of 2 first trials was the same, but the third trial result rained on its parade. 13 meters 50 centimeters. Seems like a braking system was overheated. The average result is 12 meters 10 centimeters. So the braking path of Old Forester is 77 centimeters longer. Slalom is not the easiest test for SUVs, which lay claim to being double-duty vehicles. Nevertheless, both cars were acting foreseeable and confident on the path of motion. What is different about it is that new Forester did it better, so inside the car we could work 2 times less. So a logical result, Old Forester is down for 1 car body. Yes, I understand that this Forester is 13 years old, but don't think that it can influence that much on the body stiffness. Let's open a boot lid. Now close it. Oops! It's impossible, as on the right side is 2 finger size spacing has appeared. Such a story, guys. The last Forester generation is equipped with a powered boot, so we just press a button and wait for a miracle. Almost any spacing. It works. During the L test, Old School Forester has easily passed at a speed of 50, 60 and 65 km per hour. Pay attention, without any stability control. But at a speed of 70 km per hour, the Japanese SUV was going dramatically, including a rolling. So at this speed mark we have decided that it's possible in theory. But better not to repeat in practice, as contact with a concrete divider won't be an exception. Without any troubles, new Forester passed the trial at a speed of 50, 60, 70 km per hour with a minimal stability control actuation. A vehicle is really ready for sharp and unexpected turns. But 75 km per hour is again a problem. At this speed, electronics strictly reacts on all vehicle skidding attempts and is not ready for a conversation with the driver. Maybe this is as it should be. Frankly speaking, I don't want to be part of Holy War. Who is a winner? You have seen everything for your own eyes and heard by your ears. You were watching 2hp.com. Thank you.